Get your films on with the Blurs.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blurs.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned. Ridiculous. Here's Brandon and Jeff.
Hello and welcome to Film Blurs. A.K.A. Uncle Jeffrey, a.k.a. The Final Boss, and I'm joined here, as always, with my friend and co-host.
What's up, you fucking ball bags? It's Brandon Norwood, a.k.a. Hero Protagonist, a.k.a. the true father of Joe, Kanye, and Drake's kids. Drake now amended his lawsuit to include the Super Bowl. Man, that period blood, it don't stop flowing for him, huh?
Oh, man. Like, just stop, Drake, man. Like, you lost, dude. Stop. Just be rich.
As the Jamaicans say, you a bati boy.
Yeah, just be fucking rich.
Bomba clot, a.k.a. Poppy Chulo, still getting all the women in your life pregnant and putting a molly in their butt and eating all your jello. How do you like that? A.k.a. the Glizzy King, a.k.a. Sweet Crusty, a.k.a. the Lethal Protector, a.k.a. it's Morbin time, a.k.a. Ezekiel Sims, bad ADR, don't match my mouth, a.k.a. Craven with a K, a.k.a. the Zooted God, a.k.a. my biggest pet peeve is sports because I don't like seeing grown men sweat on each other, a.k.a. I want a Subaru Outback with mad strippers in the back of his shape-ups, a.k.a. Rough McGruff, a.k.a. D's Nuts, and a.k.a. B-Wood, the Magnificent.
Man, I should have done all my AKs. It's all right. Everybody knows them by now. I'll do it for the next episode. So, what are we here for today? What do we got?
So this is mostly an Andor review episode, but we're also going to talk about Star Wars Celebration because that's currently taking place right now in Tokyo. Like Disney is flying all Star Wars talent across the globe to celebrate Star Wars in Star Wars Celebration in Tokyo. That must be exhausting. It's one thing to fly from like LA to Brazil or LA to New York or LA to London, but damn, LA, like going all the way from Lucasfilm in LA to Tokyo.
I mean, Disney loves to floss, right? Like, I mean, how many Disney Worlds are there around the world?
Too many.
Yeah. I mean, good for them, I guess.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had the money, I'd fucking go to Disneyland too. I'd eat like a handful of edibles and walk around for turkey leg, like slow dancing with Minnie Mouse, looking at Mickey like, your girl's mine now.
You gonna cuck Mickey?
Yeah.
You gonna put him in the cuck chair?
Yeah. And then I'll go up to Goofy and be like, guess what? Max is my kid now.
Oh, you gotta leave Goofy alone. You're like, Goofy's a nigga.
Yeah, but I'm taking his kid. I'll be like, Max, let me show you. Like, yo, go ahead, get Roxanne. You my kid. I'm proud of you.
I haven't seen the Goofy movie in about 20 years.
Yeah, it's probably time to revisit that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Star Wars. First things first, let's talk about the movies they announced. They announced Star Wars Starfighter, which I thought was supposed to star Ryan Reynolds, and instead stars Ryan Gosling. Dropping May 26, 2027. Look, I will take Ryan Gosling over Ryan Reynolds any day of the fucking week. I'm not excited just because Mikey Madison passed on this shit.
I mean, possibly, maybe, just because, like you don't want to get attached to a Star Wars film this kind of early-ish in your career. right?
Yeah, because they didn't work out too well for Kelly Marie Tran or Daisy Ridley.
Yeah,
At
like
least
so I
John
get it.
Boyega had attacked the block before he joined, and
Right,
Oscar
he did.
Isaac was Oscar Isaac.
Right. So like once you're in the Star Wars universe, you're in the Star Wars universe, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I mean, Harrison Ford could be nominated for an award for a period piece drama, and you'd still have motherfuckers talking to him about Han Solo, right?
yeah.
So I get it. I get it.
Um. So the other thing they announced right after that, and I saw the leaked stuff from the panel, is the Mandalorian Grogu drops May 26th next year, and I'm just like, first off, can we space these movies out? Because I
Right.
don't, I like that's the problem in the first place. Is like, yo, we were getting new Star Wars movie year after year. Space these bitches out,
Make it actually worth something. Make it an event.
right?
Make it right.
And like, look, I'll be real with you. I'm probably a little more excited for Star Wars Starfighter. Bless you. Um,
Thank you.
because it's an original movie. It takes place after Rise of Skywalker and Mandalorian Grogu. I'm just like, I'm already paying to watch this shit, and now I
Right.
got to
Why?
go pay again to continue watching this shit. I don't. You're asking me to pay twice for something now.
Yeah, and honestly, and I mean, I'll reiterate this in our Andor review. I am kind of done with space wizards and laser swords. Right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it depends on what they're doing with the story.
Right.
Honestly, 'cause it really does depend on the story. But I mean,
Right. But for like the there are other people out in the universe who don't wield the force, don't have lightsabers, right?
there's
Andor's a
Force people in Andor.
Yeah, but like they don't make a big deal of it, right? It's not the main conceit, right? I think during this whole entire season of Andor, I think only in one episode do they actually mention the Force.
They
No,
mentioned it
twice,
twice.
twice,
Yeah, I was about to say.
twice. Yeah,
But with that, uh, in addition to the two movies, they announced that Darth Maul will be back in his own show. It's an animated show coming next year. And I'm like, that's cool. I'll watch that shit.
is
Uh,
that the one where he's like the gang, like he's uh running the underworld?
I'm not too sure. I can't even remember what the fuck the shit's called because they announced the title for it, and I was just like, oh, I can't remember. Because yo, listen, it's been a lot, bro. Like I'm trying to. We got a whole fucking ass season of a TV show to review. Like
Right.
there's only so much my brain can take in. On top of, we still have two movies that are in the tank that we have to review. So like yeah, like forgive me if I don't remember what the Darth Maul show is called. I'll Google it while you
Right.
fill air.
Sure. All right. So, I've said this before on the show, and and I'll continue saying this until Disney uh kind of wises up or course corrects, right? That I'm burnt out on everything that makes like all of these IP, right? I'm burnt out on Star Wars for the most part. I'm burnt out on Marvel. And it takes a really special thing to get me excited,
Well,
right?
Jeff, get this. I want to go use a reservation, an A-list reservation to hold my seat for episode 3 because it drops this upcoming weekend.
Mm.
Completely sold out. So now I'm
Ye-
just like, all right, well, after our screening on not this Monday, but the following Monday, I'm just like, all right, I'll use an A-list reservation and just see it after uh that screening in the city
Right,
because at least Times Square they're showing it on AMC Prime and I'm like, fuck it, if I'm up there, I might as well see it on a premium screen.
right.
So that's exactly what me and my brother are doing right after the screening.
All right, yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, since we
Yeah.
can't see it.
Anywhere else,
Yeah, like
like
yo,
yeah,
like five. 10 minutes, like 10 minutes away from us, completely sold out for the entire weekend. I'm like, the fuck, man.
And honestly, this is why, Star Wars and Disney, they don't change, right? They don't change the recipe because the recipe is still selling, right? Like
Well, George
how old
Lucas related, right?
right right how old is the third one?
25 this year.
25 years, a 25-year-old movie sold out everywhere opening weekend.
Well, I don't know. I
Yeah.
ain't checking the Chamonix. I just checked 10 minutes away from us.
I'm pretty much sure, like, if Market Fair is sold out, then the Chamonix's got to be sold out.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I'll just see it. I was just like, you know what? We'll just see it in Prime after, after our IMAX screening of an upcoming movie. That'll be my fucking second time seeing this shit. Seeing this shit twice. This is what we do for you guys. Now I got to see movies. I'm like, meh, twice just to get the word out, just to elevate our status, just
Maybe
to
it'll
move up
surprise
in the
us.
world.
Maybe it'll surprise us. I was talking to someone yesterday at the Mission Impossible event, and me and her were like, we hope it surprises us.
When's she going?
What?
When's she?
She's not, like, she's not going, right? She's got something else. But we were talking about, like, just in general, we don't want it to be bad, right? But all fingers point to yes.
Yo, listen. The only comic book movie I'm rooting for this year is Superman.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, at least that scene from that movie changed me around. It turned me around. I was like, okay, I'm 100% in. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still like, the scene made me feel better. I'm still kind of apprehensive, but the thing is, I trust James Gunn.
Again, I that scene sold me. Like, but let me ask you real quick before we get back to Star Wars. Did you see the new Fantastic Four trailer?
Yeah.
How is it? All right.
I mean, it's all right. It's definitely more story. You see the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, people are complaining. They're like, female Silver Surfer. And I'm like, you had to have mad people online put up pictures of, yeah, y'all don't know. There's two Silver Surfers, one male, one female. And you had to put up mad fucking stills from the comics of the female Silver Surfer. There's one of both of them two kissing in a panel.
And, like, here's the thing. Fans are the worst.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
who gives a shit at the end of the day?
Who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Who cares if this thing that does not exist, right? Remember, the Silver Surfer is not real.
Yo, imagine if the
right?
Silver Surfer was real. That'd be hard.
That means it's hard as fuck, right? But, like, it's not like you're casting Cleopatra as a white woman, right? Oh, wait, you did do that, right? Okay. It's not like it's a figure that actually exists, right? It's a fucking comic book character.
I mean, Jeff, get this. Somebody commented at midnight because I was making since the social media embargo lifted, I was like, let me put out a tweet for Andor. I put out a tweet and I get a notification from Instagram. I go to Instagram. Some douchebag commented on our Sinners post that it was woke garbage. I was like, why? And I replied, how so? I'm still waiting for a reply. I was like, yo, because it has black people?
Right, because it's got black people doing black things, right? Okay, yeah. Most people don't even know what woke means.
Oh, yeah, anymore?
Right?
Yeah.
Right, like, what you think it means is not what it means, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And also, there's nothing woke about Sinners.
Yeah, right?
It's just black. Right? That's all it is. It's just black.
I love how I read somebody's review on Letterboxd and I was like, oh, that's very apt. You know what they wrote?
Well, I don't even want to know. Go ahead, tell me. What they say?
Let the white one in.
That yo,
Yeah, I was like, that's
yo,
very apt.
yo, that's a slow clap right there. That is good.
Yeah,
That
nigga.
that is good.
If you think about it, I was just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, there's two forces that we already talked about in our Sinners review. I didn't even think about it. I was like, one operates in the day, one operates at night.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Let the white one in.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh
even think
wow.
about that. I was like, somebody was like, you, Brandon, you do realize like the twin parallel plays throughout the whole story. And he's just like, even the battles where one takes place at night, one takes place at the day for a reason. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
It's levels, man. It's levels to this
So
fucking
I got
movie.
fucking see this shit again.
Yeah. I convinced my
All
dude
right.
Isaac to go see it because he had totally forgot about it. And he saw it in 70 and he loved it.
Yeah. Listen, a lot of people I know are opting out of seeing it in IMAX 70 and seeing it in regular 70 because it's so rare to see it in 70 because there's only 5. I don't understand how you press less regular 70 prints than you do IMAX prints since they're so much cheaper and there's more 70 millimeter projectors. That's my thing. But Warner Brothers is going to do Warner Brothers.
They've been making silly moves for the last couple of years, so
Right.
this does not surprise
I
me.
got something to tell you once we finish this. But
right,
anyways,
cool.
back to Star Wars. Maul Shadow Lord is the name of the animated series. And you know what, man? As much as Darth Maul has been in the Clone Wars TV show, the Solo movie, the Star Wars Rebel show, I'm like, really was a mistake to kill him off. And I mean that as no disrespect to Christopher Lee, like R.I.P. Christopher Lee, the God, because Christopher Lee has had an illustrious career and has been like iconic in multiple roles. I mean, come on, man. When you think of Christopher Lee, I don't think of Count Dooku. You know what I think of?
Who do you think of?
I think of Saruman.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and like, not to mention all of his Hammer films,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Or all those Dracula films he made. Like,
Yeah.
like he's my man's had like I said, an illustrious career. So like
Right.
Count Dooku to me is just like that is just a period on a sentence.
Like, I kind of forget. Unless you mention Count Dooku, I forget about Count Dooku.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie,
right?
that lightsaber he had was hard. Looked like an
Yeah.
umbrella handle.
I mean, look, I'll give you the prequel trilogy one thing. The production design, fantastic.
That's the one thing I'm pissed off about. I'm like, yo, we're skipping right over episode 2. I was like, I wanted to see episode 2 again in theaters, bro.
Yeah. Like, because honestly,
that's my favorite
easily,
prequel. I know people hate that one, but to me, that's my favorite one. Has the best opening and the best third act of that entire fucking trilogy.
Right. Like when the clones actually show up.
Or when they get ambushed and you think they're going to die and Samuel L. Jackson just walks out and turns on his lightsaber. He's like, yeah, bro, this party's over. And then all the rest of the Jedi come out. And I was like, yo, it is go time, baby.
And we finally see Yoda fight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Woo.
Like,
that fight was more satisfying than the fight between Yoda and Palpatine in episode 3.
Honestly, I forget most of episode 3 beyond the whole entire volcano or like lava planet duel at the end and the no.
Well, let me ask you, nigga. Do you want to come with us to see episode 3?
I'll have to see how I feel.
All right.
I have to see
well,
how I feel on that day.
Make sure you see it. You should see it again.
Yeah, I mean it's on It's on Disney Plus, right?
It ain't the same, nigga. Yo, even episode 1 hits different in theaters. Like seeing that last year in theaters, I was just like, man, if George Lucas had just handed this movie off to somebody and let somebody do one last pass at the script and somebody else direct this, like Empire and Jedi, that movie would have been mwah. Like it's right there. That's the thing about episode 1. I'm like, damn, that shit is right there.
All the elements are there, except for you needed to find someone besides Jake Lloyd, and I feel sorry.
Oh yeah, because that kid went through a lot.
Right, right. And let's see, this is it started back with Jake Lloyd, this toxic fan base,
I mean,
right?
not for
Like this
nothing.
is a,
Like, homie was in two shit movies. Like, no offense. Like, it was this and Jingle All the Way. If you remember that. Even though,
oh wow.
if you give me money, I would make a Turbo Man movie.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Let's start making movies off of fictional toys in movies. Let's go for it. Like let's get meta with it.
Yo,
Fuck
man. I
it.
mean, Buzz Lightyear got a whole TV show, a
Yeah.
whole animated movie, and then an actual movie that everybody hated, except for me. I'm like the only person on Earth who likes Lightyear.
I mean, it's you they hated it because it was too woke.
Yeah,
It
and
was
people
too
are like, "Oh,
woke.
it was too dark." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus Christ." Yeah, y'all don't like y'all characters to be challenged in no way
L-
whatsoever. Like y'all
Like
just want to see them triumph, which is boring.
like all right, so Lightyear was too dark, but you start off up with this man's wife dying and him going through a depression. But that's not too dark, right? Okay.
All right, well, back to this Andor. Before we move right into Andor, last night they announced that Hayden Christensen is coming back for season 2 of
Of
uh
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, yeah.
Mhm.
And they surprised Rosario Dawson because she was there. She was so excited. He's like, he's going to be in season 2, like as a Force ghost, and he's going to be working with me. I'm like, yo, that's fucking hard. Now that makes me like the change at the end of Return of the Jedi a little better. Now that I know Hayden, because I'll be real, everything that Hayden Christensen has been in post the prequel trilogy, he's been fantastic in. I'm like, oh yeah, because it's George, and George just doesn't know. Because I remember, I still haven't seen it. I want to see it. Shattered Glass. Everybody said how good he was in that, and
Mhm.
that came out during the prequels, and I just never saw it because I was like, I don't believe y'all. I don't give a fuck. And I
Right.
still want to see it, and like I believe it because like him playing Anakin and Obi-Wan in the first season of Ahsoka, I was like, yeah, he's killing it. So now to know that he's going to be co-starring in Ahsoka season 2, I'm like, fuck man, I hated Ahsoka season 1, but now I gotta watch Ahsoka season 2 because like
I,
to see them two together.
I still haven't seen season 1 of Ahsoka.
Yeah, well, look, they recast Balin because R.I.P. Oh my god, who's my man's name from Rome?
Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, Ray
Yeah,
Stevenson.
yeah,
They recasted
yeah.
him with the Hound. If you remember the Hound from Game of
Yeah.
Thrones, he's going to
Right.
be Balin now, and I'm just like, okay, I accept that.
Mhm.
I hope season 2 is good. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get around to season 1 before season 2 comes out.
Yeah, but in order for you to enjoy season 1, you know what you got to do, right?
Do I have to watch the Clone Wars?
No, no,
Okay.
you have
What
to
do I
watch
watch?
Rebels, baby. Rebels is
I
still
mean,
the best Star Wars. Well, no, it's the second best Star Wars show.
how many seasons is Rebels?
4.
All right, it's not that bad. There's like half hour each.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can. Well, not even a half hour. 23 minutes. Yeah, I can knock those out.
I say this with love.
Mm.
Second after Andor, it's the second best. Like honestly, I was just like, there's never going to be a show as good as Rebels, and then this came out. Like the only shows in Star Wars, I'm like, yeah, I would say Andor's number 1,
Mhm.
Rebels number 2, number 3 Skeleton Crew, and I hope we get some news on that soon.
We get a second season
I
of that?
I, I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be good. Good.
I hope
And
so.
I never saw Rebels, but I agree with you with Skeleton Crew and definitely Andor. It used Mando was great those first 2 seasons, right?
I
Before
will
he
say
added the
even
Star Wars.
first season's great, and then the first half of season 2, and then there's
Right.
parts of season 3. I'm like, oh fuck, this is good, and then
Space wizards.
yeah,
Then
yeah,
then you start like no more Skywalkers. That's all I ask. No more Skywalkers.
yeah. Man, I keep forgetting Acolyte was a thing.
Everybody keeps on forgetting Acolyte was a thing. Everybody hated Acolyte, and I tried, man. I got I got 3 or 4 episodes in.
It's
And it's just like,
literally the story because everything else was hard.
right,
Like
like
martial arts with the Force, and y'all fucked that shit up. So
yeah, I did not. I stopped caring, right, because the mystery that they were trying to like unravel wasn't that interesting.
no, and again, my brother said this, and I agree with him. That should have just been a fucking movie.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been a direct to Apple. Or not. I keep on saying Apple for some reason. It's the Plus. It it could have gone directly to Disney Plus as a movie, and it would have been fine.
Yeah, cut out all the fat because
Yeah.
there's no reason that should have been a multi-episode story.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sorry.
So
So let's get into Andor season 2, which is the final season. Um,
is it the final? Because like I could kind of see where they could do a third season.
they've
To,
said
to
this is the final season.
okay, all right.
Plus, it leads directly into Rogue One.
I mean, there could have been like as a story wise, I could see how both work.
I
But
mean, every we might as well say this. Every 2 episodes, it jumps ahead a year,
yeah,
and it doesn't
yeah.
feel rushed. It just feels natural.
The time jumps in this are so natural. It makes the time jumps in House of the Dragon look sloppy.
Haha, I never seen that shit.
Right. Well, I had to.
Yeah,
But
I'm good on Game of Thrones, baby. Except for that new show about the knight and the squire. That shit looks hard.
I don't even know about that shit. That's news to me. But yeah, Andor season 2, perhaps the best thing uh Star Wars has done in the last since the first season of Andor. I mean, honestly, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I wish we would get more adult storytelling like this in Star Wars because this season has a lot of firsts. Like the fact that there's an attempted rape in this, I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, holy shit. I've never thought this would could occur in Star Wars. And maybe that's just my uh,
Naivete.
naivete as a male. Maybe that's it.
I
Because
mean,
it's never Star Wars has never been overtly sexual outside of 2 love stories.
right. Yeah, so there was the attempted rape, also the first swear word ever in
Oh
Star
yeah, they
Wars.
say shit and
Yeah.
damn a few times.
Yeah. Um this is
Heavily
Star
political.
Yeah, this is Star Wars for adults who grew up with Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
If you're
bro.
not if you're not like a stunted child and you actually grew into an adult, this is the next logical step, right? This is heavy espionage,
And
right?
I
Like
love that it takes its time. You know what I mean? It's very slow. It's like watching. You know what I would say? This is the Wire, the Wire of Star Wars.
yeah, 100%.
And if you
Okay,
pair
yeah,
this with Rogue One, it is a complete story. Like seasons 1 and 2 and Rogue One, probably the most complete story in all of Star Wars.
yeah. It is shot superbly,
Yes.
acted amazingly,
Yes.
but the story, man,
It's
like
so
I don't.
timely, bro. It's so timely because everything that's happening here, we are witnessing in real time. That's what's crazy.
Right. So like not to like what I'm not it's not like a big spoiler. Like you'll find out in the first episode, but pretty much the Empire is starting a false flag operation
Yep.
on a planet.
Yep.
Like on a planetary scale, a false flag operation to complete the Death Star. And it's wild.
And it backfires. It backfires real badly
Mhm.
because you can only lie to people so much until they're just like, nah, forget it.
Right.
But even then, the rebellion, like, it picks up that thread from Rogue One where nobody can agree on certain things. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
this is the problem with government in general, especially our government, where we can't
Right.
agree on shit. Where all the right people can't agree on shit. And that's why shit ends up the way it is, because y'all can't even agree on how to go about this. And y'all are just half the time it's because y'all are stupid and you don't believe what people are trying to tell you to your face.
So a perfect example is episode 11 where they're at the council table.
Yep.
And I was like, will you just all shut the fuck up?
I was so surprised to see Sharon Duncan Brewster reprise her role. I was just like, damn, you're back after being in Dune. Like, that's crazy. And then I love Benjamin Bratt and he's always great, but damn, Jimmy Smits, you were too you could do 3 seasons of Sons of Anarchy, but you couldn't be on Andor, bro. Especially because you were in Obi-Wan. You showed up in Obi-Wan.
I mean, he did what? He was in there for this season for a collective hour.
What, the first season? He was in the first season.
In the second season, Jimmy Smits is here.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
it's Benjamin Bratt.
Oh, Benjamin Bratt. Wait.
Jimmy Smits is Bail Organa in episode 3 and the first season of Andor and Obi-Wan.
I didn't even.
And then they replaced him with Benjamin Bratt in this one because I'm taking a guess he couldn't do it, which is stupid because I'm like, Benjamin, I'm like, yo, look, Jimmy, what are you doing? What are you so busy on?
I didn't even realize it was. I thought it was always Benjamin Bratt.
Nah.
Oh,
it's been Jimmy Smits. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, you could do 3 seasons of fucking Sons of Anarchy, but you can't come back for like 4 episodes of this shit.
Right.
Because Bail Organa also plays a heavy role in this. And I gotta say, man, Genevieve O'Reilly, she owned just like Ian McGregor took Obi-Wan away from Alec Guinness. Now she has taken the role of Mon Mothma, and then she owns that. I'm like, no offense to, I can't even remember the actress's name, but like, no offense to her, but like, yo, Genevieve O'Reilly's Mon Mothma now. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, 100%, and also only like she was great in the role, but just because like they built the whole entire show around her, right? Like she has more screen time, like in the OG trilogy. Mon Mothma, like what?
In the council at the beginning, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
But like also like Mon Mothma's going through some shit where I'm just like, yo, no wonder she left her family. Like her daughter, I was just like, ew, like really? When she tells her daughter, like, yo, you don't have to do this, she's like, no, I'm doing this. I'm just like, oh, you're gonna sell your whole fucking you're gonna sell your pussy basically just to get ahead. And then her husband's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, good thing we don't see that much of them, right?
Yo, but I will say where we leave the husband, where we see the final shot of the husband, I was just like, yeah, you deserve that shit. You deserve that shit. If you know what I'm talking about, right, Jeff?
Mon Mothma's husband?
Yeah.
The last shot of him is in the...
Yep, in the car, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you deserve that shit. You look miserable. I was like, yeah, you deserve that shit.
Yeah.
Would look like a prostitute.
I mean, look, he's rich. His wife ran away. I mean, what's he gonna do?
Yeah. Listen, look, one thing I like is that it shows that rebellions aren't easy, and it's not an overnight thing. It takes a lot of sacrifice, and trust me, there's a lot of sacrifice in this, and that's all we're gonna get into. Because I don't want to say, I don't think we're allowed to say anything else about the major characters in this shit.
Yeah, we can't talk about story points, but I will say, episode 10 is...
Which one was that?
That's the hospital.
That one, but the uprising too.
Yeah.
The uprising, I was just like, holy shit.
When they do a large scale event in this show, it is honestly better than entire seasons of other shows.
Yeah.
Right.
This show's so good, it made me feel bad for the antagonist. Like Denise Goss's character, we all hated from episode 1. We've all hated her. And even her, like, I was just like, damn, shorty. That's why you don't work with fascists, baby. Also, homie, the nerd homie, where I was just like, I love how Andor, when they finally have their confrontation, then it's just like, yo, who are you? And I was just like, yo, he said the same exact thing that if we were in his position, we would say that too. Like, bro, who are you and why are you coming after me? And then when it clicks for him, finally, like, oh yeah, I ain't shit.
Yeah, like,
and that's all I'm gonna say.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, because what happens next, I'm just like, well, I do feel bad for you, but also like you did it to yourself.
Right. Yeah, and I love how the Gorham, right? They're pretty much just the French.
Yeah, they're speaking of. I wanted to say that the language they're speaking is like a mix of French and Italian, and it's so sexy. I was just like, damn, I wish I could speak Gorman because that shit. Man, can you imagine just walking up to like a girl in a bar and just speaking Gorman? They'd be like, "Who are you?" Looking you up and down like.
Give it the entire give it to the end of the season, right? There are motherfuckers who are going to like
learn Gorman.
Learn Gorman.
I'm gonna speak Gorman, bro. You're gonna see me coming in. Just I'm gonna be like the Merovingian in the Matrix 2. Oh shit.
Yeah, but like there's big references to like not only the stuff we're doing now, but the Gorman is pretty much the French resistance.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's even down to the clothing is like, oh, you're not hiding this, these allegories for World War II at all.
Shout out to the big nigga, yo. He was not phased.
What do you mean?
The big Gorman.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that man kept it straight, bro. He kept it straight the entire time, bro. Like he did not. Yo, he was phased by nothing.
Yeah. Like when we first see him at that meeting, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I hope he stays.
Yeah. And then when he shows up during the heist, he's just like, bro, don't point that shit at me. Who fuck you think you are?
Get away from me, little man.
Yeah, he's just, yo. If I was him, I would have slapped him across the face, like, fuck out of here, bro.
Is this a spoiler or not? I mean, you can always cut this out if it is. There is a lot of death.
Yeah. This is. Let me say this: be prepared to have an ending similar to Rogue One, except a little more hopeful.
Yeah,
like the final shot, it's hopeful but also tragic, just because you're like, damn, bro. He's like, damn.
Look, the only character that's guaranteed to survive is Andor because
of Rogue One. Yeah, but now that I know that, I was like, yo, now that we know that we're at the end of this, I was like, bro, that makes his death even more tragic because we didn't know and he didn't know. Like, damn, I was just like, damn, like, come on, somebody could have fucking told him. Like, the other chick knew. Because that's why she kept saying, like, oh, well, you might want to go see what's good.
Yeah. But, like, in this season of Andor, besides Andor, everyone else is up for grabs.
Yeah, like, Bix is suffering from some real PTSD.
Yeah.
Like, real PTSD. Shout out to Adriana Arjona, because not only is she always great as an actress, but somehow she manages to stay sexy in everything she does, like Pacific Rim. What was it? Hitman.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she was in Hitman.
This. Yeah. But it's not just that she's sexy, it's like part of the character as well, if that makes sense.
Right. It's an aura. It's an entire presence that she has.
One of the most beautiful women ever.
Like she's a great actress, but she's also just like magnetic. She's got a magnetic presence, and that's even as a torture survivor,
right?
Who's going through some serious issues. Like it's still like you can't look away from her, even though some wild stuff is happening.
Also, just like Gael Garcia Bernal, because he's underrated, honestly, right? And he should be working more. Diego Luna is also underrated. Like, he single-handedly carries this show. Like, he's such a good actor. And I honestly wish Gael would get work just like Diego, even though Diego is the pretty boy of the two.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, they're both pretty-ish. I mean,
It's nice to see Mexicans,
leading
lead
something.
some real
Yeah,
franchise shit, man.
yeah. And he leads the fuck out of this,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like, I, I wish we could talk more about specifics,
You're right.
but the the entire season, right? I don't think there's one fatty episode. I don't
No,
think there's one episode that we could have gotten rid of. And like, just to let you know, this is a rarity for anything that's streaming nowadays. This is a full 12 episodes.
and you know what, man? Here's the thing: every storyline's paid off. Even
Mhm.
the most inconsequential thing is paid off. Like, there's minor characters that have an ending that are so tragic. Where I was like, Brand, they didn't deserve that shit. Like, god
The park
damn.
bench, the park
Yeah,
bench.
yeah, man. Or
Yeah.
even the evil old white guy.
Oh, oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah.
damn,
It's like,
bro. Like,
yeah.
fuck.
This is for adults,
Yeah, don't let your kids watch this shit.
right? This is not. There are aliens in this, right? But they're not cute and cuddly, and no one's gonna buy an Andor toy.
I will, because I'm a
I'm
sicko.
right, but like, if you buy your kid an Andor toy, there's something wrong with you, right?
The only thing I didn't like is the only prequel-itis thing in this. I'm gonna say that is just K2SO.
It was kind of nice to know where he came from, right?
And then he did come in clutch in that
Yeah,
one episode.
yeah. So like, I'm not mad at that. Of all of the, you know, prequelitis, whatever shit, like connective universe stuff we've seen across Star Wars, across Marvel, across all this shit, this honestly was the most natural.
Well, let me ask you, do we see that the Diesel nigga again? The dude who is in the last few episodes? Because he's like a major character.
Oh, Saw?
No, not
Saw.
Saul. Not Saul
Oh,
Guerrera.
right. Who are we talking about?
I'm talking about the dude who's like basically Andor's best friend.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Whatever his name is.
Because I don't remember him from Rogue One.
I gotta go back and watch Rogue One.
Yeah, because I don't remember him in Rogue One at all.
Yeah,
But
neither do
also
I.
watching this, it makes me hate. I already was like on the fence about Saul because Saul's in Rebels, and even in Rebels, I was just like, man, why are you such a fucking asshole and a fuck up? Like, you're ruining this whole thing. And now
Yeah,
in this, specifically this, I'm just like, bro, you are screwing things up for everybody because you're a fucking idiot.
I don't even know what his deal is.
Right.
Right? Shout out to Forrest Whitaker. I mean, he murders the role, right? But it's like, what are you trying to do?
Right. Because now he seems like I get it. He's part of the resistance, but also like it's very clear this motherfucker is like Colonel Kurtz, just doing
Right.
all types of crazy shit.
He's off the reservation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'll be real with you. If I'm on Jeddah and that was the leader, I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna go off planet and hide somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, because and you have to sneak away from him because he will kill you if you try to leave.
I mean, he tried to kill Jin in Rogue One, and I'm like, bro, you raised her. What do you mean? I was like, you raised her, bro. Like Galen trusted you to raise her.
Look, he's off the reservation. He's a madman. I like, we had just enough of him in this season.
Yeah. Maybe
Like,
we should get a show with him, bro. And you know Forrest Whitaker would do it.
yeah, I mean, still got the Godfather of Harlem, but he can split the time.
Oh, yeah. Like, yo, I'm not saying like this should be like a full-fledged show. Maybe like a miniseries. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, all right,
8 episodes.
All right, we're speaking to existence. If anyone from Disney's listening,
Yeah, give us Saw Gerrera. Like, flesh him out a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look.
let me know what his deal is.
Right. I'm telling you, I haven't seen Clone Wars, but I know he pops up in Clone Wars, but he's in Rebels, bro. And even in Rebels, which is a animated show for kids, even in that show, you're just like, why, man?
Right. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I'll be real with you. I was glad to see Ben back.
what was that?
I was glad to see Ben back, and he kills it. He still kills it. Like, yo, the Empire just treats everybody like shit, because you watch Rogue One, you're like, damn, he's being treated like a fucking bitch. And then in this one, he's like the HNIC, and he's treating everybody. I'm just like, why would anybody want to work with the Empire, bro? They're not even loyal to each other.
I mean, honestly, like, if you look at Sith, how they operate, like, there's only supposed to be, like, a Sith Lord is actually supposed to be working in the shadows,
Right?
So the fact that this motherfucker is the Emperor, right? Like, that goes against doctrine anyway. Yeah.
Yo, and he switches apprentices like every 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, he's just like, oh, you're stronger. All right, kill this nigga, and you're my apprentice. Like, that happens in all 3 movies. Darth Maul dies, he gets Count Dooku. He sees a chance to turn Anakin to the dark side. He's like, all right, kill the Count Dooku, and you become my apprentice. Like, no loyalty, bro.
Yeah.
If he could, he would have turned Rey.
100%. You know, he tried to, didn't he?
I think he did.
I mean, like, I don't talk about that movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember that movie.
Somehow, Palpatine survived.
Got thrown down a reactor shaft and exploded. But no.
Yeah, somehow they're just able to fucking clone him willy-nilly. Clone him into 2 different people, right? Palpatine and Snoke. Makes no fucking sense, but sure.
Okay, sure.
Pay off 30. That's how you pay off 30 years worth of storytelling. Okay. All right. Yeah. Good job, JJ. You had a brilliant home run set up for you with Last Jedi, and you were just like, nah, fuck all that. Fuck all that. That felt more than anything. That to me is the fan film. That was the one for the fans.
Yeah. Did we talk about this on the train, or was I talking about this with somebody else? How does Palpatine make an armada?
Oh yeah, we talked about this before.
Yeah. Like, how does he do that?
Everybody's had that question.
Right. Meanwhile, we're watching Andor and Rogue One. They could barely keep the Death Star
a secret.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, back to Andor. Andor is fantastic. It is. It's the best TV show. It's the best Star Wars TV show, and as an adult, this is what I want.
And you know what makes it great is, like, yeah, there's CG in this, but 90% of this is on fucking sets. And I'm just like, I beg of y'all, leave the stagecraft alone. Like, that should just be used by Greg Fraser and Greg Fraser alone. Everything else, go back to doing sets. Like, it makes a world of difference, honestly. Like, you can tell this is on sets. Like, bro, the when they're in the apartment complex in Coruscant, I'm like, bro, this is the projects of Coruscant. Like, it's so disgusting and dingy. Like, dog, I've hung out in projects like that where you just see motherfuckers shooting dice. Motherfuckers have guns tucked into their waistband. They're looking at you like, yo, give me an excuse. Give me an excuse. Give me an excuse. You know what I'm saying?
This is literally the best of Star Wars on all levels. I'm even talking on a technical filmmaking level, right? Like the attention to detail.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It feels lived in.
Yes.
And the CGI, right? It's seamless, right? Like, it's kind of hard to tell what was practical and what was created.
Right.
And I think they must mix the shit because it's like, okay, I know this thing doesn't exist in real life, but it is so detailed
Yeah,
and so cared for.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna honestly Andor season 1's in 4K. Andor season 2, I'm gonna guess is gonna get a 4K release. So I'm
Right.
gonna buy this, the first season, and Rogue One, because the only thing I have on disc is like the Blu-ray of Force Awakens and the
Mm.
4K of Last Jedi. So like the only other things I need now are like Andor, like the complete Andor, which is Rogue One in these 2 seasons. And I'm good on Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all gonna put Skeleton Crew out on 4K, and then I'll cop that. But like
Oh, well, they might.
uh give that a second season. Start making more stuff like this. Like I'm hoping maybe like since Ryan Gosling is doing Sean Levy's movie, I'm hoping that is good. Hoping,
Mhm.
because I don't
Yeah.
want anything to be bad, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm even hoping Mandalorian Grogu is good just because I'm like, yo, y'all gotta pay off us watching 3
That
seasons of this
right.
plus the Book of Boba Fett. Like,
Which is I'm glad I haven't heard anything about the Book of Boba Fett.
yeah, oh
I'm
yeah,
glad. I'm
yeah,
glad.
yeah. That came and went. That came and went. Uh, but yeah, man. We look. Please, please watch this. Like,
Yeah.
they're giving you 3 episodes a week, which me personally,
Really.
I think is
Oh
too
wow.
much. Like, drop 2 a week. 2 is perfect.
And I get it. Because even though I spent like a significant amount of time like watching these just so I could get them out of the way,
Right.
like it at 2 episodes, I'm like, oh god, there's so much information. Right?
But it's
Let me
broken up
process it.
into episodes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this show has 2 episode arcs across
Right.
the entire thing.
So okay, here's the thing. I like maybe I missed something. BBY.
Right.
What does that stand for?
I just took it at it's like I look at it as Star Trek, or it's like Star Date 2858. You
Okay.
know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
like,
Like dumb shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Because it was like, all right, because I was trying to figure out, all right, this countdown through all these episodes, like,
Yeah,
what's
because
the
every
payoff?
2 episodes it resolves a mini arc and then jumps ahead a year.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, this is you get to see how the rebellion gets built,
And
and
and tell you it's messy, baby.
it gets built on fucking blood.
Yeah, I mean, we are 2 seconds away from that shit, baby.
Yeah, pretty
Yo,
much.
listen. He just said, like, yo, anybody speaking ill of the United States is going to Venezuela prison. So freedom of speech is gone.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
yo,
cool.
listen,
Yeah.
listen. Alex Garland, I guess he got it right. Civil War about to happen for real, for real. Because remember, the movie opens like, hey, I'm in my 3rd term as president.
Oh man. I just want a warm glass of milk and a blanket.
Yeah, now you need a grenade launcher and semi-automatic rifles, baby.
Nah, man, because I have to buy that shit illegally because I'm not being on a list.
Oh, I mean, that's how we're. I mean, is there any other way to get that shit? You can't get that shit legally.
I mean, look, I don't even want to buy a handgun now because I don't want to be on a
Yo,
list.
listen, I don't care, bro. I'm going out. Yo, listen, if I become a martyr, that's the worst thing you could do is turn somebody into a martyr.
I mean, look,
That's the
and
worst
like
thing.
we had this conversation before. You have to kill everybody.
Because if you turn somebody into a martyr, then that idea lives forever, baby. And there's no beating the idea of freedom and hope through a martyr.
Yeah, you can't negotiate. You can't negotiate with a force ghost.
Like, yo, there's a reason why Che Guevara still lives on, baby.
Right. In every college anarchist's apartment, from now till the end of the world. Yeah, it's someone with a Che Guevara.
Yeah, man. Pancho Villa. Like, yo, sorry, bro. Like, you make a martyr of somebody. Like, yo, it's a wrap. So, like, understand, bro. Like, y'all playing with fire now. Cause look at Luigi. Look at Luigi.
It's fucking.
Yeah.
Man. All right. So Andor is topical. To say the least.
It's timely. Very timely.
It is timely.
So
but I got nothing else to say.
I don't either.
Fantastic. It is amazing. It's fantastic. If you have Disney Plus, good.
Honestly, activate Disney Plus just for this shit.
Right. Honestly, I was about to say that. Like, if you don't have Disney Plus, get it for at least for this little bit.
Yeah. Look, Andor, this is going to be released over the course of 4 weeks, since it's 3 episodes a week. Well,
that's $10.
Activate that shit, watch it, and then you just say, "Yo, you get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, that's where we are now. That's where we are.
Yeah. So that is our Andor season 2 review special.
We're the Film Blurs. I'm Brandon Norwood, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies.
You've been listening to the Film Blurs podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best.
It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFireXL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.